Welcome to the deep dive. We're here digging into some really interesting sources today, trying to get you the essential knowledge on the biggest shifts in tech. And today's topic is, well, it's a big one. It's this sudden collision, really, between generative AI and e-commerce. And we're not just talking about, those simple chatbots or AI suggesting stuff you already looked at. No, this is different. Our sources are describing a pretty fundamental change. OpenAI is actually jumping into direct sales, that AI assistant you chat with. It's becoming a point of sale. It's so unexpected. One source actually called the whole situation OpenAI's Turkish Bazaar adventure. Kind of catchy, right?
It really is catchy, and it captures the feel of it, because this whole integration, it's meant to be very persuasive, deeply woven into the conversation itself. So for you listening, our mission here is to cut through that hype and really understand, okay, what are the mechanics of this new, what they're calling the agentic commerce protocol, and also what's the immediate financial fallout? And crucially, how disruptive is this going to be for competitors? It's what the sources are dubbing chat-to-cart magic.
Yeah, chat to cart magic. And the really surprising part, this massive potential disruption, it's not stuck behind like a premium subscription or anything. Sources say it's rolling out to US users first, and you don't need to pay extra for the AI model to use it. It's pretty accessible, which means basically it integrates shopping temptation into almost, well, every chat, as one source rather bluntly put it.
It is a profound shift, absolutely. And to really grasp its power, we have to look at the technology underneath it all. The system revolves around something OpenAI actually named the Agentic Commerce Protocol.
Agentic. Okay, that sounds quite significant. When we talk about agentic, what does that actually mean in practice for someone using it?
Good question. The key thing is the AI isn't just passively suggesting things anymore. Agentic means the AI can sort of autonomously initiate and even execute a transaction for you, all based on the conversation, the context, the cues. It flips the script, really. Instead of you having to search and click, the AI brings the buying opportunity right to you. And interestingly, they open sourced this protocol almost right away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which signals that they probably want this to become, an industry standard, not just their own closed thing.
That makes sense. Open sourcing it quickly like that suggests they're aiming for massive scale fast. And to pull that off, they'd need partners, right? Infrastructure. The source material mentions some big names enabling this instant commerce.
Exactly right. They didn't try to build a whole new store themselves. They plugged into the giants already out there. So on the merchant side, you've got these huge platforms that cater to small businesses. Etsy is one. They deployed this across, over 1 million of their merchants? And Shopify did the same, another 1 million+ merchants ready to go.
Wow. So instantly, millions of products are potentially available through chat.
Instantly. Anything from handmade crafts on Etsy to, more complex stuff via Shopify.
And then there's the money side. Who's handling the actual transactions securely?
That's where Stripe comes in. They're providing the essential financial backbone, making sure the money moves safely. It's described as an open source partnership focused on keeping those transactions secure.
Okay, so the rules are pretty clear then.
Very clear. ChatGPT acts like the AI agent butler. Its job is the conversation, the persuasion, the sales pitch, basically. But the merchants, they stay base, that's the phrase used. They handle fulfillment, shipping, managing the actual order.
Right. So the AI handles the impulse, the merchant handles the reality of getting the item to you.
Precisely. It separates the tricky parts, like inventory and logistics, from the smooth part, the quick decision to buy.
And that separation seems crucial for making the user experience feel effortless. Which brings us to, well, how it actually feels to use it. The sources call it one-click impulse buying, optimized.
Optimized is right. They lay out this sort of 3-step seduction process. And its simplicity is, potentially dangerous for your wallet. Step 1, you're just chatting with ChatGPT, asking about anything, planning a vacation, maybe researching some history topic, whatever.
Normal usage.
Step 2. Then, based on what you're talking about, the AI just sort of casually mentions a product, maybe a helpful tool, a relevant book, something like that, and often, apparently, with pretty good accuracy.
And then step 3 is the clincher, I assume?
That's it. Suddenly, a nice shiny buy button pops up right there in the chat window, ready to go.
Just right there. No navigating away.
Nope, right in the flow of the conversation. And this is where the payment speed is so important. The system's built to handle Apple Pay, Google Pay, standard credit cards.
Yeah.
The whole idea is making checkout completely frictionless. Don't slow down the impulse,
And how do they keep that secure if it's so fast?
That goes back to Stripe and something called tokenization. crucial here.
Tokenization. We hear that term a lot. Can you break that down quickly? Why is it secure?
Sure. Simply put, instead of sending your actual credit card number through the system, tokenization replaces it with a unique, non-sensitive placeholder, a token. This token can be used to process the payment, but if someone, like a hacker, were to grab it, it's basically useless without the original card details. It's fast and secure.
Got it. So the real data stays protected.
Exactly. And the source also mentions they're working on adding support for, like, multi-item carts soon. So it won't just be single impulse buys. You could do more structured shopping eventually for the professional shopping addicts, as the source put it.
Huh. Okay, now, stepping back a bit, what's OpenAI saying about why they're doing this? There's a quote from Michelle Fraden at OpenAI.
Right. She said their goal is for ChatGPT to move beyond just giving information and to actually help you get things done in the real world.
A noble goal, helping people get things done.
It sounds great, very productivity focused, but the reality, as the analysis points out, is that this fundamentally changes your relationship with the AI, doesn't it? The tool you trusted for, maybe, neutral answers, is now also a personalized sales channel, embedded right in the conversation. It's a deeper shift than just seeing an ad next to search results.
Definitely feels different. And that shift triggered, well, an immediate financial earthquake, didn't it? Driven partly by OpenAI needing to pay for all those expensive GPU farms.
Oh, the market reacted instantly. Wall Street loves seeing a new way to make money, right? Etsy stock jumped, what was it, 16% almost immediately? Investors saw this huge new potential sales channel opening up.
And Shopify saw a boost too.
Yep, about a 6% rise for them. But the real kicker, the thing that shows the scale here, is OpenAI's user base. They claim 700 million weekly users. That's an enormous pool of potential customers suddenly accessible in this new way. It's not gradual rollout. It's like flipping a switch to massive scale.
Which sets the stage for a major clash, a battle royale with the current tech giants. This model seems like a direct shot across the bow for some established players.
Absolutely. It threatens the existing internet money-making machine in like two huge ways.
Okay, let's take Google first. Why is this conversational commerce such a headache for them?
Well, think about Google's whole business. It runs on you doing a search, right? They make money from your intent to buy something, showing you ads before you even get there. But if ChatGPT becomes your personal product whisperer, figures out what you need unless you buy it right there in the chat.
You skip Google entirely.
Exactly. You bypass the search bar, the search results page, all those lucrative ad slots. The AI basically jumps over that whole search intent phase.
Ouch. Okay, and what about Amazon? How does this threaten their marketplace dominance?
Amazon's power comes from being the central place, the gatekeeper. You generally buy on Amazon. This conversational commerce chaos, as the source calls it, potentially allows millions of Shopify and Etsy merchants to reach you directly inside the AI chat. They don't necessarily need to go through Amazon, pay Amazon's fees, or play by Amazon's ranking rules. It sort of sidesteps the central marketplace idea.
Now, a key point mentioned is about the product recommendations themselves. The sources state clearly that right now the results are organic, not sponsored ads.
Yes, that's the current promise.
But how long do we really think that lasts, given the pressure to monetize those GPUs? The source even included a little warning, didn't it?
It did. Right after saying it's organic, it adds, quote, yet. The skepticism is definitely there in the analysis. The thinking seems to be, start organic, build trust, get people used to buying this way. But yeah, the moment sponsored results creep in, it changes the nature of that AI agent butler quite a bit, doesn't it?
It really does. Okay, before we look too far ahead, let's talk safety. How are they preventing, accidental buys or fraud? The Fort Knox meets Silicon Valley aspect.
Right. Security is layered. First, like we said, Stripe's system provides that baseline tokenization and fraud detection. That's layer one. Second, and this is important, every single purchase requires explicit confirmation. Meaning the AI can't just buy something because you mentioned it casually. You have to actively click or confirm, yes, I want to buy this now. It prevents those oops purchases.
Okay, that's crucial. And the third layer involves data separation. Where do my actual card details live?
They stress that orders are merchant managed. So ChatGPT facilitates the conversation, understands the intent to buy, passes the instruction along, but it never actually handles or stores your sensitive payment details. That information flows securely through Stripe directly to the merchant system. The AI model itself stays out of the critical payment path.
Good to know. Okay, let's pull out the crystal ball then. Where do the sources see this heading next? It sounds like this launch is just the beginning.
Oh, definitely just the start. The consistent theme is Multi-item madness coming soon, letting you buy more than one thing at a time, making it feel more like real shopping.
Right, beyond just single impulse items.
Exactly. And then the bigger ambition is clearly global domination. Expanding this beyond the U.S., bringing in many more regions, many more merchants, until this way of buying is just normal everywhere.
But the vision seems to go even further than just buying stuff, physical products.
Yeah, the sources talk about going beyond shopping. The idea is to integrate AI-driven payments for basically everything, not just goods. Think paying bills, booking services, maybe eventually even managing subscriptions, all through conversation. It's about embedding financial transactions into, well, almost any interaction you could have with an AI.
Turning the AI into sort of a universal financial assistant.
Pretty much, which explains that quote from Will Gabrick at Stripe. He talked about building economic infrastructure for AI, meaning you have to re-architect commerce systems.
Which is a very corporate way of saying what the source translated
As rebuilding shopping from scratch.
Yeah.
It's that fundamental.
And that ties back to the open sourcing point you made earlier. If they rebuilt the foundation and then gave away the blueprints,
Then everyone else can start building on it too. Every developer, every competitor can now potentially create their own version of this AI shopping trap or tool, depending on your perspective. The race is definitely on now.
so let's try to synthesize the key takeaways here. For the user, what's the bottom line?
It's this incredible, almost dangerous mix of convenience and personalization. Getting what you need or think you need becomes almost seamless within a conversation.
And for the merchants, those millions on Etsy and Shopify.
It's a huge potential win. A whole new sales channel opens up that doesn't rely on them mastering SEO or pouring money into search ads. They can meet customers right where they are mid-conversation.
The sources seem to conclude that this future of e-commerce, conversational, personalized, maybe a bit manipulative, is basically
Absolutely inevitable. That's the strong feeling. We're seeing those lines blur completely between chatting, getting information, and buying something. It's all becoming one flow.
which raises that final big question the source material sort of leaves us with.
Yeah, this deep blending of AI, conversation, and commerce.
Hmm.
Is it genius? Or is it a bit dystopian?
And the source cheekily suggests
¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? It might just be brilliantly convenient and slightly unsettling at the exact same time. Something to definitely keep an eye on.